Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Rage video, where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have got a speciality in store for all of us. It is the beginning of what many straight up consider to be the single greatest Iron Maiden. Some people have even said this is even better than Number of the Beast. And I gotta tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it's our first proper Iron Maiden video I've done since I've come back. And the great magic about all of that is that I get to relive all of this again. And the glory starts here. Now, I'm going to get into a little bit about what my first impressions of Iron Maiden were, because my first ever song that I ever listened to from Iron Maiden was Hallowed Be Thy Name. And I have got just as much to say about that when I heard it the first time. I owe a lot to that song, but this, somewhere in time, I'm gonna freaking, I'll tell you what, I'll get it myself. Because ironically, I've also actually got a copy of Number of the Beast as well, but there you are, ladies and gentlemen. It's still got the special I didn't even realise it had this special multimedia CD features, full-length videos, exclusive band, and here was them on tour with Evil Eddie on the front. Has this really got two CDs on it? Because I have to open it up just to check. Somewhere Inside the album, and also it's got references to this is the inside, by the way, as well. That's insane. Whoever they got to design the album artwork for these albums is they should be just as much. Must be only a one CD thing. Yeah, fair enough. I guess that's how it is. I thought I was gonna take my finger or something. Unless, of course, it's even got a booklet inside. Is it gonna at some point I think I'll look into this further. But that's maybe we could just do that as sort of the journey throughout this album, because it is a journey, ladies and gentlemen, through time, and that is ironically what our first song is all about. So, you want to know where I was the first time I did this? First recorded October 4th, 2019. And here we are again, May 1st, 2021. If you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Caught Somewhere in Time. In 3, 2, 1, and... For God's sake. You know what? I've got a better idea. I'm going to turn this up. It's sort of remarkable, ladies and gentlemen, because the more I think about it, and you're going to be hearing me saying this a lot, there are many iconic parts of metal history, and there's certainly a lot of iconic moments in British rock history. I'm pretty sure we could all testify to that. But is there... Bruce, Adrian, David... Wait, hang on. David. Okay, no, let me do this again. Bruce Dickinson, Adrian Smith, was there someone called Steve Harris, David... Was David Murray in... I'm pretty sure there must have been a David. Steve Bruce, Steve Harris, and Nico McBrain. I'll have to check if there really was a David Murray. I'm pretty sure there wasn't. It's a testament to just how long it's been since we last done this. But can you think of a better lineup? You'd be hard pressed to, because those are some monstrous names right there. Oh my goodness, my neck hurts. But you know what? You know, it's two things that just sort of happened, ladies and gentlemen. From what I gathered, it's that first of all, it was in 2018, not 2019, is what I'm thinking of. The second thing I need to go up for, and I'm totally not looking up just to make sure I'm not right. Okay, there we go. Oh, Dave Murray. Did I say David Murray earlier? Yeah, I suppose so. That was my bad, I suppose. But still, what a friggin'... That plays far harder, and it's certain... To say that's better than I remembered, that's an understatement right there. So... And you know what I've also caught up, straight up, ladies and gentlemen, is I remember exactly, well, more or less, because the memories just keep flooding back, that apparently the song was just about I think it was like Jack the Ripper, and he suddenly stole H.G. Wells' time machine. No, was it Sweeney Todd or Sweeney Todd or Jack the Ripper who stole H.G. Wells' time machine? And basically, I think it's probably got more like Jack the Ripper, but basically, Ripper goes on a rampage throughout history, and it's even quite a very cool song about about time exploration itself. If you had the time to choose, an open mind, the time to choose, it's tempting Ripper. Like, you could either serve out your sentence and rot in prison, or you could be granted the entire world. You can unleash hell, is almost what the song is telling me. Is that if you could unleash hell, why not go ahead and do it? Or you could sit here and rot. You've only got your soul to lose. Eternally. Let yourself go. I've said it before, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to say it again. Any song that features evil cackling laughter instantly goes high up in my books. That I love that kind of stuff. Because when you come to think about it, this entire song it sounds like a Sam Raimi horror movie. It sounds like the sort of like Evil Dead meets heavy metal. And I'll level with you, ladies and gentlemen, because apparently I heard that like Jason X is where it's like where he goes into space or whatever shit it is. It would be far more believable to see Evil Eddie dressed up as like Askuragard the Avenger from 2000 AD comics. I wonder now genuinely about whether or not the guys in Iron Maiden were fans of 2000 AD comics, because I've only just started to really get into their world. First through the likes of Judge Dredd, but that's a different story. Now, getting back to Caught Somewhere in Time for a second, you know, that entire, I want to call it like 4 minutes of that extended solo, and then it went from that's just the whole sequence of just like, it's a bit like, you know, when you go on a roller coaster and they send you photos afterwards of what you look like going mad. Instead, it's basically just a compilation of Ripper slicing off the heads of every single Victorian. Then he's taking selfies before cutting the heads off of every millennial you might see. Then, basically, maybe about 100 years' time, going through and executing anybody who still uses the word Zoomer or Boomer. And then probably goes back in time to score some with some cavemen hookers. And then probably killing them all while riding a dinosaur. That's the kind of shit I would get up to if I could, you know, have a time machine and if I had absolutely FA to lose. That would be interesting. Oh dear. And more to the point, when an album starts off as hard as this, because it's interesting because I think this album came out in, what was it, 1986, and this is when Master of Puppets was like, I think what came out first? Did Somewhere in Time or Master of Puppets come out first? Because I'm strongly going to suspect it was at least one of the two, but it would be interesting to find out what the reception was, because let's face it, it's hardly as if Iron Maiden had put out a bad album before. This is long before the days of squeaky voice of The Angel and the Gambler. That's the only thing I remember him in, and it was terrible nonetheless. Oh god, I'm gonna have to get into that song again. What was that? Virtual 11 or whatever the hell it was called? Oh boy. Still, but with that being said, Somewhere in Time is just, it's a joy to get back into Maiden. Up the irons, ladies and gentlemen. Up the irons. So with all that being said and done, I hope you guys have enjoyed the long-awaited return to Iron Maiden reactions. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought about getting the band to get back together. And I will hope to have you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.